jump in the portal? What made Texas attractive, and why do you pick the Longhorns?
Just always been a dream of mine to come to stay in my home state and play baseball, and just the winning tradition of Texas has always been a huge thing my whole life. Like, I've always seen it growing up, and it was just an easy decision. I wanted to come here.
What was the sales pitch like from Schloss and the staff?
I mean, it really wasn't anything crazy. I think they always knew that I wanted to come here. I really liked them as coaches. Always watched A&M games, just loved the way they coached their players, how their players were always like mentally tough and just carried themselves, and that was just a huge part of it for me.
What's your first memory of YouTube baseball?
My first memory was actually my aunt played here, so I always grew up, I always came to watch her, and every time we'd be over there, my mom sometimes would come over here and take me to baseball games, and those are just memories I'll never forget.
What's your aunt's name and sport?
Lauren Johnson, and she played softball.
Cool.
Ethan, what would you say are your superpowers?
My superpowers? Man, I would just say the ability of just being thankful every day. Like, I feel like I kind of just wake up, and no matter what happened the day before that, like, I just thank God for just bringing me, like, waking up, filling my lungs with air, and just kind of being able to pursue my dream.
Did Coach Schloss recruit you when he was at A&M?
No, not really, no, sir.
Too early.
Yeah, so it was too early. They were still in the playoffs, so that was always a big question mark because I didn't know what was going to happen here and what was going to happen like at all. So kind of just like held off to see what was going to happen here, and then surely enough, he came over here and I got the call.
How soon after you got the job did you hear from him? Were you already in the process of looking?
I was just kind of looking at other schools, just kind of being patient. I wasn't in a rush to make a decision, so it's kind of just taking my time on everything, seeing what was best for me and my family.
Your aunt is not a nobody here at Texas. I mean, she had a pretty good career over there. What did she tell you about Texas, and how happy was she that you decided to come here?
I mean, she just told me the fans are amazing. She said that they'll be there no matter if you're playing a nobody or if you're playing one of the best teams in the country. Like, they always show out, and she just said that it's just a different winning tradition. Like, you don't experience a winning tradition like you do here. Like, that's what this school is built around.
What about the makeup of these guys kind of gives you confidence that you can step in and win immediately as a team? Just surrounded by a great group of guys. We all just have one goal, and that's winning. There's no selfish ambition. Everybody's just kind of here to just make each other better. Like, truthfully, I think a guy can go 0 for 4, and if someone on the team goes 4 for 4, like, they're going to be just as happy as the guy that they're going to be happy for him.
What excites you the most about this team on the field?
Oh, man, just competitive. I mean, truthfully, I don't think I've been around this big of a group of guys that just, like, compete. I mean, if you came and watched our inter squads, like, I mean, you would think we're rivals out there. Like, we're battling. We go on the field, we battle, and then right as practice is over, we're best friends again. It's amazing.
And how has that helped you out?
I'm just a better player every day. I mean, I feel like just hitting in the cage one-on-one with another guy, like, we're competing. Who can hit a line drive? Who can hit the most line drives off the back net? Who can out-hit the other guy? Like, there's no just, like, joking around. Like, we always are just competing with each other. It's amazing.
It could be hard to kind of foster that with a new coach, a lot of new players. How has Schloss been in kind of getting you guys to where you are now, where you said you're, like, best friends off the field, but it can be competitive on it?
Oh, he's done an amazing job. I mean, at the end of fall, we went and bowled, had to, like, again, competed. Like, we weren't there just saying, like, oh, like, let's see who can have the most fun. Like, we were there, who's going to get the highest score. Like, just kind of, like, I don't know, something about just competing as a group brings you together. Like, I really don't know his magic behind it. I mean, I guess that's why he's one of the best coaches there is. But, whatever he's doing, he's doing an amazing job.
So who is the best bowler?
The best bowler? Man, I don't want to say it because I know if he like hears this, his head's gonna get a little big. But I'm gonna have to say Will Gasparino.
When you committed, who was the first guy on the team to reach out to you, and which one of those veterans have kind of been leading the charge to bring you newcomers in?
The first guy was Max Blue because I played with him this summer. So kind of went right as I I made my decision, that's whenever I went out there, like 2 days later, and he welcomed me, and just kind of told me how things work, told me about the winning tradition again. Leader of the pack, I mean, man, we got multiple of them. We probably have 3 pitchers that lead the charge, 3 hitters that lead the charge, and I mean, we got young guys too that aren't afraid to speak up and just kind of voice their own opinion and lead everybody else.
Did you play left field last year?
Yes, sir, I did.
The whole time you were in college?
Yes, sir, I did play left field.
Will talked about working with Tulo as a hitter. What has Tulo brought to you that you didn't know about yourself before you got here?
I mean, he brings the mental side to it. Like, I mean, if there's nobody else like better to talk to about failure than him. I mean, making it that far, being one of the greatest shortstops of all time, he experienced failure at another level and on a whole nother stage than we can even comprehend. And just like him being able to kind of voice how he got through it is just like huge for all of us.
What's the anticipation this weekend, not only high-level opponents to start, but in a major league ballpark to start the season?
Oh man, we're excited. We can't wait. I mean, I'm sure that a lot of us aren't going to be able to sleep for the next few nights just because this is what we've been training and just waiting for this whole year.
So
Does he have a set lineup?
Sir?
Does he have a set lineup, or is he gonna play a lot of people this weekend?
I don't know if there's a set lineup yet. We have, I mean, you could get our lineup 1 through 9. You can hit every single hitter, and then you could flip the lineup, and we would still be one of the best teams in the country.
So you talk about the mental game. How has your mental game improved, and what does that look like? When we think of competitions, hitting and swinging and running and stuff like that, what's the mental game look like, and how's it gotten better since you've been here?
I always kind of slept on the mental game, and it was a lot of pressure coming in here, kind of having a bigger name in the portal, and just the mental game. Like, without that, you just can't play this game. Like any other sport besides like softball, you go 3 for 10, you're not having a job the next day. Like basketball, you go shoot 3 for 10, like the odds are you're not in the starting 5 the next day. So like, just kind of embracing failure and learning from it's kind of what I've grown. Like I used to take failure and kind of let it wear and tear on me all night, but now I take failure as a learning moment and just kind of like as a huge growth.
Anything else for Easton?
Yeah, left field. You got introduced to the left field crowd the other day. I saw you do your little dance out there. Are you ready for all that love out there?
Oh, I love them. I can't wait. I mean, right as I committed here, they were already atting me on Twitter, posting stuff, and I think it's the coolest thing. Never experienced a fan base like that, and it's amazing experience. Like, just the alumni game, hearing them tell me to spin and doing it, and then hearing them cheer is there's nothing like it.
Thanks, Easton.
Thank y'all.
Thanks.